What is up, everybody? I got the chance to see The Red One about a week ago. It was November 10th that I got to see it. It's currently Sunday. I think I don't even know what day it is, honestly. Sometimes it's a Sunday today. I think it's maybe, I want to say the 17th. But anyways, it's a week later. I know I'm very late on this. I'm very late on a lot of reviews for movies, and I'm going to be honest with you. Like I said many times in my movie reviews, I've only got to throw out, I think, maybe a couple movie reviews this year, like 4 reviews. And by the end of the year, I want to make one giant video of just kind of going through all the movies of this year, because this year's been a lot for me. I've been going through college. Finals are coming up actually next week, and it's just been very much a lot. And I haven't really had the time to do YouTube videos, but I'm trying to make the time. And I definitely want to start for 2025 doing like once a week videos of movie reviews and kind of just lock in on one day. Because my classes are going to be a little looser with the time frames. Also, this is the Christmas stuff for now. It's definitely going to change. We can't just have this. But Halloween, we have something, we're going to change it up. But without further ado, let's talk about The Red One. So going into this movie, I was very excited for it. I'm not gonna lie. I saw the trailer, and the trailer looks fun. I'll be honest with you, it looks really fun. And it's by the same director that made the Jumanji movies, the newer ones, of course, with The Rock, Kevin Hart, and Jack Black. James. I don't know where I got that. But honestly, it looked just like that, but with Christmas, and so I was very happy. J.K. Simmons was in this, Chris Evans, and it looked like so much fun. No, it wasn't. This is arguably a contestant for one of the worst movies of the year. I'm not even lying. This movie was just yikes. When I went to see this, it was for an early access review, because this came out actually Friday of this weekend, and I got to see it a week prior. Now, normally movies never do this. I live in Pennsylvania, Scranton. They never do movies like this. Usually, like maybe if it's anything special, it'll be like 2 days before. I got to do that with the Batman, or 1 day before. Never a whole week before. So number one, that was my red flag there. Usually when it's a whole week before, that means the movie's really pretty bad. And I'm not surprised, but the whole theater was packed. I was very excited, and I went into this movie, and there was just jokes that were not landing. There was jokes where, like, Chris Evans especially would just say a line, and it would just pause for, like, way longer than it needed to be. And, like, I feel like they accomplished that with Jumanji, where the jokes were good, surprisingly. They were good jokes and great jokes where, like, it would be, like, a pause, but, like, you would hear the pause, but like you would laugh, like you would feel it, but it wouldn't be too long. This, like, I would chuckle maybe like once, but like it would be like, so like I forgot like what the jokes were, but like say it was like, hey, Common ain't running so fast anymore, ain't he?
This clown is a level 4 naughty lister.
That's literally what it was, and I was like, what? And then there was this one family that was dying laughing at everything. So maybe I'm just a Grinch who couldn't find this movie amusing, but looking at Letterboxd and a few reviews, people agree with me on this. So I guess I'm not the only one out there. Now I will say this movie feels like, if you ever seen Scrooged with Bill Murray, this feels like if you've seen the opening where it's like Santa Claus in the North Pole, and all of a sudden there's like tanks and guns everywhere. That's what this movie feels like. This movie feels like an Ebenezer Scrooge, Bill Murray Christmas movie.
It is important to remember the true meaning of Christmas. Don't miss Charles Dickens' immortal classic, Scrooge. Your life might just depend on it.
I like seeing Santa Claus as a presidential figure where people kind of know he exists, and there's like bodyguards that are elves. And they're like elves, and they're bulk, and they're like big, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. And honestly, J.K. Simmons, Santa, and Dwayne The Rock Johnson, the polar bear, all that, versus Terrifier Art the Clown, Santa. Dude, give me that. That would be amazing. Because, like, honestly, like, that would be great. Then we got to see, like, Chris Evans, which, by the way, he was a fat kid turned into Chris Evans. I don't understand how that happened, because I was always a big boy, but I'm not looking like Chris Evans anymore. I'm never going to look like Chris Evans, ever. So that was wild to me, because I was like, there's no way this kid's Chris Evans. I was like, I'm not buying it. But, man, it was, I don't know, just seeing Chris Evans, like, kind of be, like, a bully again. He kind of reminded me of, like, him in, like, Fantastic Four, where it's, like, the whole, like, hey, I'm a tough guy, but, like, I'm quirky, kind of, like, it felt like a Ryan Reynolds type of role. Like, maybe if Ryan Reynolds was where Chris Evans was, this movie might have been funnier. I don't know. It didn't, the acting performances weren't really up to par for me. Nothing was really working. I will say, I think the only thing that was working were some of the Krampus scenes. The Krampus scenes were really fun. Seeing Krampus as, like, the brother of Santa. We got to see, like, these snowman fights. But all these, again, these were all in the trailer. Those were the only good scenes, what they showed us in the trailer, which is what movies do nowadays. We had a snowman fight scene. That was really fun. The villain was kind of interesting. It was, like, Krampus' ex-girlfriend. She's, like, a witch. It was cool seeing that at the end. The end fight scene was kind of interesting. It was a little fun. But J.K. Simmons was rarely in it. That made me disappointed. The Rock, I just don't find him that funny. And I don't know, Chris Evans, he's probably the best person in here, but I think it could have been better if it was like a Ryan Gosling, Ryan Reynolds type of role. So for the plot, I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. The plot's pretty much Santa goes missing. And they just gotta find him. That's pretty much it. But like then there's like the evil witch. She's using him for the powers to kind of just take out every naughty person in the world. It doesn't have that Christmas vibe to it. And that's like what I'm saying about the Ebenezer Scrooge type movie. This feels like that. It doesn't have a Christmas feeling. Visuals, 4 out of 10. I will say the visuals I think in here were they just look like a typical action film. This didn't feel like a Christmas movie. You can have an action Christmas movie. Look at Die Hard. That's one of the best action movies and, in my opinion, best Christmas movies of all time. But I don't know. This just didn't feel like it. I will say some of the visuals were cool with like the snowman again, Krampus, but everything else, I don't know. It just felt like very generic. Acting, I'm going a 3 out of 10. The acting performance in here was really bad. The only good one was J.K. Simmons, and he was not even in it for most of the movie. For soundtrack, I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. There's a few Christmas songs in here that I was vibing to. I was like, okay, this is a good Christmas song. I was like, that's a good Christmas song. I'm vibing to it, but overall, there was no good, like, theme. There was no, like, it was like 1 or 2 Christmas songs I was, like, interested in. But that's probably the best part of the movie. Enjoyment, again, I have to give it, like, a 4 out of 10. Like I said, there's a few, maybe, like, 2 jokes out of the 1,000 jokes in here that made me chuckle. Very unenjoyable film for me. For the intro, I'm gonna have to give it a 3 out of 10. It was pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie. The intro, like, it took a little bit to get into until we saw Santa. That was really fun. But the intro with being like Chris Evans as a child, and seeing Chris Evans and stuff, just felt really boring. And then the ending, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. It was interesting to see the giant 10-foot woman creature thing and Krampus and Santa fight her. But just saying that sounds so ridiculous. It does not feel like a Christmas movie. I'm never going to watch it ever again, probably. So overall, I'm giving it a 42 out of 100. Strictly because, like, in my opinion, I would put it lower, but for movie standards, it's a mess. I'm giving it a 2 out of 5, 4 out of 10. It's on the lower end of the movies this year. There's quite a bit of bad movies. This reminds me of the quality of Joker 2 for me. It's just like, it's whatever. I don't care. Like, I saw it and I wish I didn't see it. If that's my opinion. I wish I saw the new Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh movie instead of this. But yeah, that's my review on the Red One. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments below. Are you gonna go see it? Did you go check it out? What are your thoughts? Is it messy? Also, check out the new Christmas sweater we got at the Disney store in New York City. Boom. Could you see it? Yeah. Christmas. But yeah, that's my review. And like I said, I'm gonna try to post more YouTube videos when it comes to movie reviews. like I said, I'm going to do one giant review because I can't make reviews for movies that came out like a month ago because obviously it's a bit too late. Like I wanted to make a Transformers video. I wanted to make Challengers, Trap, all those videos, but I didn't have the time to do it. Here are some projects I've been working on for school, if you care about that, if you're interested. Yeah, I'm going to be making multiple videos probably later in December before the new year. Best movies, movies overall, stuff like that. But but going forward for the future of Disney Nerd for Life, the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday, I will be going to Los Angeles, California, and I'm going to take you guys with me, and we might be doing some stuff there, and I'm really excited. So make sure you go watch those videos. With all that being said, happy holidays. Wish there was a better Christmas movie coming out this year, like Spirited last year. With all that being said, thanks so much for watching. This is it out. Peace!